Namaskar. Welcome to the lesson number 3 under chapter number 1, the fundamentals. In this lesson, I'm going to explain you about the support planets and the importance of them. What are support planets? Support planets are those planets which are in association with other planets by way of Rasilot, conjunction, aspect, indirect connections, and so on. I will be explaining with an example for your better understanding. Please look at the sample chart given. I will be explaining about the support planets in the chart. You can see there are the list of support planets given here. One is Rasi Lord. What is Rasi Lord? For example, planet Mars and Saturn both are posted in the Virgo sign ruled by Mercury. So the Rasi Lord is Mercury. That Mercury being the Rasi Lord for Mars and Saturn, it will be a supportive planet to Mars and Saturn. Next one is conjunction. Mars and Saturn both are posted in the same sign. Moon and Ketu are posted in the same sign. Sun, Mercury, Venus are posted in the same sign. They are called as conjoined planets. In EPS, all the planets posted within a sign or Rasi are considered as conjoined planets as per our Vedic principle. No orbs are considered within a sign. Closer the degree, the impact will increase. And planets within 3 degree orb to a planet in another sign, that is also will be considered as conjoined. For example, say Mercury in the sign of, say, Aquarius. For example, Mercury in the sign of Aquarius at, say, 28 degree. Suppose Sun is here in the sign of Pisces in 1 degree. It means here Mercury, Sun, Venus are posted in the same sign Capricorn. So they are considered as conjoined planet. But here Sun is in the sign of Pisces and Mercury in the sign of Aquarius. Both are in different signs. But if you look at the degrees, as per the degrees, physically, if you look at that, Sun is 1 degree and Mercury is 28 degrees. So within 3 degrees are they are present. They also are considered as conjoined planets, though they are in 2 different signs. So orbs are considered when 2 planets are in 2 different signs, but degrees orbs are not considered when planets are posted within a sign. Whether it is in the starting degree or end degree doesn't matter. But if they are closer, for example, Sun and Venus are very closely present, so 8 degree, 6 degree, the impact of these 2 planets, within them will be more when compared to Mercury. But all are in the same sign, they all are to be considered as conjoined planets. Similarly for Moon and Ketu, Mars and Saturn. Please understand, the conjunction are not considered to the planet which are posted in a house. Some people I have seen that they take that, you see that 7th house is ruled by, 7th house is occupied by Ketu, Venus and Sun. So within this, 7 degree starting, 7th house starting at this degree and 8th house, starting at this degree. Within this houses are Baba called as 7th house. Ketu, Venus, Sun are considered to be occupying 7th house. Yes, but they do not form any conjunction. That we have to keep it in mind. Conjunction are based on sign. If they are within a sign, any planets are present, they are considered to be conjoined. But if they are in two different signs, but they are within the 3-degree arc, they are also to be considered as conjoined. Another thing is, suppose planets within 3-degree arc to a cusp. It means what? For example, Mercury is here, for example, at say 12-degree in Aquarius. Actually, Mercury is in 8th house because 9th cusp starts at 14-degree 53 minutes. But Mercury is in the 8th house. But if you see the degrees, 9th cusp starting in 14-degree 53 minutes, Mercury starting at 12 degrees, say for example, 30 minutes and so. It means the distance between this cusp and the planet is only within 3 degrees. So a planet which is close to another cusp within 3-degree arc, it is considered as Mercury is posted in the 8th house, but conjoined with the 9th cusp. So that also has been considered. Actually, this is not support. This is not indicating that support, but we are taking this one is the occupying house of the Mercury, which is also because of the conjunction to the another cusp. I hope you have understood. Next one is aspect. We have seen conjunction, we have seen Rasi Lord, now we are going to see aspect. Aspect also considered as per Vedic aspect, that is sign to sign only, no Western aspect are considered in EPS. Planet is aspecting to another sign. What are the planets are posted in the particular sign, they are considered as aspected by particular planet. For example, Mars is here. Mars is aspecting to the Sagittarius sign by 4th aspect. In that sign, Moon and Ketu are present. It means Moon and Ketu are in the sign of Sagittarius that has been aspected by Mars by 4th aspect. So Moon and Ketu are aspected by Mars. And you can see Saturn is aspecting to the Gemini sign wherein Rahu is present. So Rahu is aspected by Saturn by 10th aspect. Similarly, Jupiter, where is Jupiter? Jupiter here in the sign of Libra, Jupiter is aspecting to Rahu by 9th aspect. Sign to sign aspect only is considered. Moon is aspecting to Rahu. Moon, Rahu and Ketu are not considered as they are having some aspect. Instead, any planet is aspecting to a node, that planet will get the impact of that node, and also that node will get the impact of this planet also. So it means aspected by, we discuss sign to sign, and aspecting to a node, it means planets that are aspecting to a node are considered under aspects. Moon is aspecting to Rahu. So Moon will get the impact of the Rahu and vice versa. Jupiter is aspecting to Rahu. Jupiter will pass its significations to Rahu, that is one. And Rahu's impact also will be there on Jupiter, being node. Similarly, Saturn is aspecting Rahu, and Saturn's impact will be there on Rahu, of course. And meanwhile, Rahu's impact will be on Saturn also. So that is called aspecting to nodes. And next one is an important one, that is called indirect connections or conjunction. This is applicable only for nodes, Rahu and Ketu only. In this case, you can see Rahu is occupying the sign of Gemini, ruled by Mercury. So Rahu represents the Rasi Lord Mercury. So Rahu now indirectly owns the sign of Mercury. If you look at the other sign of that Mercury, for example, in the sign of Virgo, Mars and Saturn are present. Now Rahu is representing Mercury In that Mercury, another sign of Mercury, Mars and Saturn are present. It means Rahu indirectly having association or impact on Mars and Saturn. It means if a planet is posted in another sign of the Rasi Lord of your node, suppose Ketu is here in the sign of Jupiter. Here in the Jupiter sign, now there is no planet. Suppose in here Sun is posted. Though Sun and Ketu are not connected, but Ketu represents Jupiter. In the another sign of Jupiter, Sun is posted. So Sun and Ketu are indirectly connected, indirect conjunction. That is called, we call it as indirect connection or conjunction. In that case, Ketu will get the impact of the Sun and Sun will get the impact of the Ketu indirectly through the Rasi. I hope you understood. So we have studied Rasi, conjunction, aspect, and aspecting to nodes and indirect connections, Rahu and Ketu, how they are indirectly connected to other planets. And when we are talking about Mars, though Mars and Rahu are not connected directly, but they are indirectly connected through their common Rasi Lord. This is applicable only for the node, and node only will have the impact on the other planet by way of indirect conjunction, and the other planet will get the impact of the node also. And the next one is the last one, is the planets in the Rasi of that planet. Planets in the Rasi of that planet. What is planet in the Rasi of that planet? For example, Jupiter. Jupiter is in the sign of Venus. Now, when we are talking about Venus, in the Venus planet, in the Venus support planets, there can be, what are the planets can be there in the support of Venus? Rasi Lord is Saturn. Let us discuss about Venus now. Okay. Venus, Rasi Lord is Saturn. Okay. Then conjunction. Venus is conjunct with Sun and Mercury. Sun and Mercury. Okay. Then what else? Aspected by. Venus aspected by any planet? No, Venus is not aspected by any planet. Is Venus aspecting to a node? Venus? No. Venus having only 7th aspect. There is no aspect to any node. Okay, so there is no aspecting to. Then indirect connections to Venus? No, Venus is in the sign of Saturn. And in the sign of Saturn, Rahu or Ketu is not there. So it is not indirectly connected to a node. Then planets in the Rasi of the planet. Venus has got 2 Rasis, Taurus and Libra. In that sign, Jupiter is present. So Venus is having Jupiter in its sign. It means Jupiter will have some impact on the Venus sign. So Venus will get the impact of the Jupiter also to some extent. That is called the planets in the Rasi of the planet. So these are the list of support planets as per our EPS. Though these planets are called as support planets, does not mean that they are going to support always for the favorable side. Support means they can be favorable support or unfavorable support based on their signification strength. These planets will give their influence to the other planets by these ways according to their self-signification strength. Their influence will be on the other planets. Now let us discuss about the importance of the support planets. There can be many planets in supports for each planet, and their influence will be only secondary as support to the planet's favorable or unfavorable strength. It means what? The planet, suppose a planet is there, that planet has got Rasi Lord and conjoined planet, aspected planets, and so on. That Rasi Lord, that self strength is primary, and support planets influence is going to be secondary. I hope you understood. Basically, for an event, the level of influence of the support planets on a planet is based on two things. One thing is what? The signification, strength, and weakness of the receiving planet, and signification, strength, and weakness of the support planets for an event. For example, as I said, Sun is, suppose, in the sign of Mars. Rasi Lord is Mars. Conjoined planet is Mercury. And another conjoined planet is, for example, Venus. Say, for example, Sun is aspected by Jupiter. Not in this example, but for the discussion purpose, I'm saying that. So these are the four planets or support planet to the Sun. Mars, for example, for any event, if you take an example of any event, Mars can be favorable for that event. Mercury is unfavorable for the event. For example, Venus is mixed for that event, and Jupiter is also favorable for the event. It means what? Sun planet will get the impact, influence of this Mars, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, that is favorable planet, two favorable planets, and one unfavorable and one mixed. All will be trying to give their influence on Sun. There are certain parameters which planet will be strong on their influence, that I will discuss later. But now what you have to focus, the planet which are in supports, according to their signification strength, they are going to give the influence to the Sun. So Sun will get the favorable strongly and unfavorable comparatively lesser, because favorable is more and also mix also present. Now, how far these favorable and unfavorable planets influence will be there, depending on these Sun's significations. Suppose Sun planet is, that is the receiving planet. The planet which is receiving the influence of the support planet is Sun. If the Sun planet, if it is having favorable significations to an event, the support planet's favorable influence will be significant. Automatically, Sun will get the support of this favorable planet, Mars and Jupiter, strongly. And Sun will get the unfavorable impact of the Mercury. What it is going to do? The Mercury's unfavorable impact will give some obstacles to the favorable significations. Sun's favorable significations will get the Venus mixed signification. It means what? Venus has got both favorable and unfavorable. Favorable will support to favorable, and unfavorable try to give the obstacles. I hope you understand. It means what? The impact of the support planets is based on not only on the strength of the support planets, but also on the strength of the receiving planet. The receiving planet should be strong enough or should be capable to receive the favorable strength of a planet or unfavorable strength of the supports planets. Now, let me explain another point also, that the support planets with favorable self-signification, that's what I was telling, will increase the favorable strength and reduce the unfavorable strength of a planet. For example, Sun is got both favorable and unfavorable. It means mixed. What will happen? The favorable planet in supports will increase the favorable strength, and unfavorable, what will happen? That unfavorable strength of the Sun will get reduced because favorable is supported. Similarly, the support planets of the strong unfavorable significations will increase the unfavorable strength of the planet, and reduce the favorable strength of the planet. That's what we were discussing. So, according to the strength and weakness of the receiving planet, the influence of the support planets, favorable and unfavorable influence will be there. I hope you have understood. Now, I was telling about the receiving planet strength. Normally, the basic order of strength of the support planets. Support planets, as I said, conjunction aspect, all these things. In general, in what way the impact of the support planets, conjoined planets is coming first, because conjunction is stronger among all the other supports. And aspected by any planet, and aspecting to a node, and the Rashi Lord, if it is sign exchange. Suppose Saturn in the sign of, say for example, Jupiter in the sign of Saturn. So that sign exchange planet is having, strong impact. And indirect conjunction, the last one is the Rashi Lord. This is the way, in general, the basic order of strength. But this impact can also vary depending on other parameters. Now, the impact of these support planets will be significant if they are, all these planets I said, there are support planets. Out of them, the impact, though conjoined planet is strong, Rashi Lord is coming at the last one. If the support planets are free planets, and the support planet is significant sign lord, and the support planets is strong key planets, and the support planets are nodes. I will explain about them in detail, but you have to keep it in mind. If the planet, support planet, if it is a free planet, or the Rashi Lord is a significant Rashi Lord or significant sign lord, and the support planets are having the strong key planets. What are key planets and all? I will explain. It means strong key planets means, in other words, we can say strong, favorable or unfavorable self-significator planet. If they are present in the supports, they are going to give the influence more. If the planet is strong, and Rahu and Ketu, if they are present in the supports, their influence will be strong. Let me explain about free planets and significant sign lord now. I was telling about the planet, if it is a free planet and if it is in the support, the influence will be strong. What is free planet? When no planet is traveling in the nakshatra of a planet, that planet is considered as untenuted planet. That you know that. That untenuted planet is called as free planets in EPS. That will be shown with the symbol of that star, asterisk symbol. It means if a planet is not having any planet in its nakshatra, it is called a free planet. They are strong, actually. For example, in this chart, you can see I have given that all 9 planets self-significations. You can see the planet which are having this symbol. Venus and Saturn and Mercury. They are free planets, means no planet in the nakshatra of Venus and Saturn and Mercury. They are called free planets. They cannot play as star lord for any planets, hence no planet will get the effect of this planet directly, and can play only as sublord or sub-sublord for other planets. It means, suppose Venus is a good planet for the marriage prospects. For example, though 12 and 12 are there, 5, 7, 3, 7, 11, 3 cuspal sublord, They're all favorable grouping of significations. So they are all good planet with self-signification, Venus for the marriage. But it is a free planet. So whatever it is having in its self-significations, any planet in the star of Venus, if it is traveling, then that planet will get the impact or effect of this Venus straight away through star. But since it is a free planet, no planet is in the nakshatra of Venus. Only Venus only can give primarily, and Venus can act as the sublord or subsublord only for the other planets. It cannot act as the star lord. But they will be strong in giving their impact on other planets through supports. How, which are the planets are in the sign of Venus, which are the planets are conjoined with Venus, which are the planets are aspected by Venus. They are all in connection to the Venus, and they will get the impact of the Venus signification strongly. I hope you understand. Suppose if the chart has got a strong unfavorable key planet, but it's a free planet. For example, here you can see for the event of marriage, let us take moon. Moon is not a free planet. Imagine if it is a free planet. No planet in nakshatra moon. Moon is not a free planet, but for example, for our study purpose, let me take a moon as a free planet. The moon is signifying 2, 6, 4, 8, 12, and 6 cuspal sublord. This is not good for the marriage. So this is an unfavorable key planet. So any planet in the nakshatra of moon, that planet will get the unfavorable significations for the marriage prospects. But since it is a free planet, no planet will get, especially the seventh rulers will not get the effect of moon as their star lord. That's what I'm saying. If the chart has got a strong unfavorable key planet, for example, moon is a strong unfavorable key planet and also a free planet, it is basically a supportive situation for the native, because no planet will get the effect of this through the star lord, as we discussed. But it can give its strong influence on other planets by supports. It means the planet in Rasi of moon, planet is conjoined with moon, planet is aspected by moon, and planet moon in whose Rasi. So these support planets will get the impact of the moon. So the unfavorable signification will give the impact to those planets, support planets. It means what? If an unfavorable key planet is a free planet, it is good that no other planet will get the direct influence of the moon. It is actually, it is basically, it is supportive to the native that no planet will directly get the impact of this moon as a star lord. Of course, it can act as the sublord. Similarly, if any planet, if any chart has got favorable key planet and is also a free planet, same situation like unfavorable, favorable key planet is becoming a free planet, it is also indicating that restricted direct influence of the favorable planet, key planet, because no planet will be in the nakshatra of that favorable key planet. For example, you take Venus. Venus is 5th lord, 12th lord occupying 7, 3, 7, 11 star lord and 3rd cuspal sublord and 12th sublord. Of course, it is a favorable key planet for marriage, though it is having 12. We cannot take it 12 is unfavorable. So in this situation, favorable key planet is Venus. It's a very good key planet, but it is a free planet. So when the favorable key planet is also a free planet, it is basically showing some unlucky situation, since no other planet will get the effect of this favorable key planet through the star lord. Of course, but it can give its strong favorable support to other planets by way of supports, as we discussed. Venus sign, Jupiter is pushed it, so Jupiter will get this signification of Venus, and support of Venus, and Mercury and Sun are in the sign of Venus. Sorry, I mean conjoined with the Venus. They will get the impact of the Venus directly. Especially Sun will get more strongly because Sun is closely conjoined with the Venus. So that way, that Venus influence will be through the conjoined planet in a strong way because it is a free planet. So it means what it is indicating that if your planet is a good planet, it is better it is not to have a free planets. It means if a planet is a very good key planet, favorable planet, it is better it is not a free planet, so that it will allow other planets to act as its star lord. But suppose if it is a free planet, it is better it is passing its significations to other planet by the supports. Same way, if it is unfavorable key planet, if it is a free planet, it is better because no other planet will get the impact of the unfavorable key planet directly. I hope you understand this one. Now let me explain you about the significant sign lord and other support planets that we have to consider. What is significant sign lord? The sign lord, other than being the sign lord for an occupant of the particular sign, that sign lord is also further influencing that occupant by way of conjunction or aspect. That is called, that planet Rasi Lord or sign lord is giving its influence more on that occupant. So in that case, that sign lord is becoming significant sign lord. So that influence will be significantly more. What is significant sign lord? Planet is in sign exchange with the sign lord. For example, Jupiter planet is posted in the sign of Aquarius. And in the sign of Jupiter, Saturn is posted. Saturn in the sign of, say, Sagittarius. So now Jupiter Rasi Lord Saturn is posted in the Rasi of Jupiter. So both are in sign exchange. In that case, for Jupiter planet, Saturn Rasi Lord will be significant sign lord, and for Saturn, Jupiter will be the significant sign lord. I hope you have understood. So significant sign lord, the first important thing is that planet is in sign exchange. Next one, occupant is conjoined with the sign lord. Suppose Mercury is posted, not Mercury, let me take another example. Suppose Moon is posted in the sign of, say, Gemini. The Rasi Lord is Mercury. Suppose that Moon is conjoined with the Rasi Lord Mercury itself. It means Moon and Mercury are conjoined, and Moon in the sign of Mercury itself. So, occupant of the Mercury sign is conjoined with the sign lord Mercury. In that case, Mercury will become the significant sign lord to the Moon. Next one is occupant is aspected by the sign lord. Suppose instead of Mercury is conjoined with the Moon, suppose Mercury is posted in the sign of, say, Sagittarius. So Mercury is aspecting to the occupant of its sign lord, Moon. So now in this case also, Mercury will become the significant sign lord to the Moon. So I hope you have understood. Next one is based on the self potential of the Rasi Lord. Suppose Jupiter is posted in the sign of Mars. Suppose Mars is not aspecting to Jupiter or Mars is not conjoined with the Jupiter. Suppose Mars is posted here in the sign of Mercury, that is Gemini. Suppose Mars is a free planet. No planet is in nakshatra of the Mars. Untenured planet. So it means Mars is a strong significator of the significations. So it means Jupiter's Rasi Lord Mars is having some self potential. So because of that, that Mars will be the significant sign lord to the Jupiter. Similarly, if the Mars is in own nakshatra, Mars is in own nakshatra, the Rasi Lord Mars is in own nakshatra, then also that Rasi Lord of the particular occupant will be the significant sign lord. I hope you have understood. The thing is, the Rasi Lord is a free planet or in own star, so it has got some self potential. Please understand, when compared to these three, their impact is going to be comparatively lesser. Okay. Next one is planet is in own sign. Suppose Jupiter is occupying its own sign. So Rasi Lord is Jupiter itself. So then Jupiter will have the job. Jupiter is a sun lord, will be its own sign lord. So that will become significant sign lord. So it means Jupiter's significations will be strongly further influenced by its own sign. I hope you have understood. So that way, significant sign lord or these ways it is being considered. Please understand, if the planet, the Rasi Lord is not this way, they are connected to the occupant. Anyway, that Rasi Lord's impact will be there in the supports as a secondary supports. Suppose Jupiter is posted in the sign of Venus, Venus is not coming under any of these significations or conditions, but still the Rasi Lord Venus will be influencing the Jupiter to some extent as the support. But if the Rasi Lord Venus is falling under these categories, the influence of the Rasi Lord will become significant. That is called significant sign lord. Okay. Next one is multiple support sign lord. This is an important thing. It means what? For example, as I said, Jupiter is posted in the sign of Saturn and Saturn is posted in the sign of Jupiter. So this way, sign exchange, this is coming under the significant sign law. Now, Jupiter and Saturn, they are in sign exchange. That is one important point. Other than that, that Saturn is also aspecting to the Jupiter. So the Rasi Lord Jupiter's Rasi Lord is Saturn. It is sign exchange with the Jupiter and also aspected by the Rasi Lord. That way, that Rasi Lord Saturn's influence is become multiple, because multiple way, not only by the sign exchange, it is also influencing the occupant by other way also. That is called multiple support sign lord. So in that case, the Rasi Lord of the Jupiter will be significantly influencing this Jupiter by way of sign exchange and also by way of aspect. A planet is in sign exchange with its sign lord and also aspected by the sign lord. So multiple support sign lord. The next one is indirect support planets. These indirect support planets influence is going to be secondary, but still it will have some impact definitely, especially that indirect supports are from the strong key planets. First condition, when a planet is aspected by a planet who is already aspected by other planet, it will indirectly pass the support of the other planet indirectly. For example, Jupiter is aspected by Saturn. Suppose Moon is posted here in the sign of Leo. Jupiter is aspecting to Moon. Now there is no connection through between Saturn and Moon. Saturn is not aspecting to Moon, but Jupiter is aspecting to Moon. That Jupiter is already aspected by Saturn. That Jupiter is passing its significations to Moon. So Saturn is indirectly passing its significations to Moon through the Jupiter. So when we are considering Moon, Jupiter influence will be significant, And indirectly, Saturn significations also will be passed on to Moon. That you have to keep it in mind. For example, Mars is posted in its sign. Mars is also aspecting to Jupiter by fourth aspect. Now, both Saturn and Mars are aspecting to Jupiter, that Jupiter is aspecting to Moon. So now Saturn and Mars are indirectly influencing Moon. Out of them, Saturn's influence will be more than Mars. How? That's what I'm telling in the next point. In case of multiple support sign lord is passing its indirect support, it will be strong because this is multiple sign lord, as we discussed, multiple support sign lord. Because Jupiter is sign exchange with Saturn and also aspected by Saturn. So Saturn's influence will be more on Jupiter when compared to the Mars. Now, the influence what Moon is going to get indirectly, either Mars or Moon, both are going to give the impact, but Saturn's influence will be more on Moon because Jupiter is having very good influence from the Saturn through the multiple support sign lord. So this way, indirect support planets also we have to consider. In case of suppose Saturn is a very good favorable key planet, Jupiter is a supportive key planet, Moon is also supportive key planet for an event. Now Jupiter is passing its significations to Moon. Indirectly, when Saturn is also giving its influence, that Moon will get the support of the Saturn significantly. Same way it is also, if it is unfavorable, that is also applicable. I hope you have understood on the indirect support planets. When we are going to study the case studies, then we will discuss about these support planets, everything, and one by one while doing the case studies. I hope you have understood. So with this, we are completing the lesson number 3, support planets, and we will meet in the next lesson. Thank you.